We're continuing to follow breaking news for you this morning. Right now, a man is fighting for his life after a bad crash shut down part of I-24 for several hours last night. Cuthbert Langley joins us with the latest this morning from Vanderbilt Medical Center. And Cuthbert, I know this man has some serious injuries. Any update on the condition?
Amy, so far, no. We have not gotten an update from police. It seems to be the same condition now as it was earlier this morning. We know he is here at Vanderbilt Medical Center in critical condition after this crash that happened on Interstate 24 westbound around 9:45 last night. Here's a look at the scene. And so far this morning, police tell me they believe this man was speeding down the interstate on his motorcycle when he lost control, slammed into the wall, and then was thrown from that motorcycle. Ambulance officials rushed him here to Vanderbilt Medical Center, and you can see Interstate 24 right near exit 60 was backed up 4 miles. That's because police ended up having to close part of the interstate so they could complete their investigation, or at least work the beginning parts of that investigation. So again, it appears speed is to blame at this point, but police say they are still in the early stages of figuring out exactly what went so wrong during this truly tragic accident. So again, he's here in critical condition. This was the only person involved in this accident, nobody else injured, but you can see that the interstate was shut down for quite some time. In fact, it didn't open until 1 this morning. We'll have much more as updates come into the newsroom throughout the day, both on air and online at newschannel5.com. But for now, we're live here at Vanderbilt Medical Center. I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
Thank you, Cuthbert. Also new this morning, a pedestrian is in the hospital after being hit by a car on one of Clarksville's busiest roads. The victim was hit on Fort Campbell Boulevard near Avalon Street around 9 and was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. No other details about the victim have been released to us. As soon as we get more, we will pass it along to you. We're also learning new details about a crash that seriously injured another motorcyclist. Investigators in Spring Hill say a black sedan ran a bike off the road near Main Street and Saturn Parkway last night. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition, and the other driver was gone by the time officers arrived. So anyone with information or anyone who saw anything is asked to call police. Also new this morning, a police officer had to dodge bullets in Clarksville. It happened near the Lincoln Homes area early yesterday morning. The officer was checking to see if a man with warrants out against him was at his apartment when a bullet whizzed by the patrol car. The officer says the gunshot came from a nearby building where 2 men were standing just a few moments before. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers 931-645-TIPS. A kitchen mishap forced 4 people to flee their home in Murfreesboro. Firefighters say a pot of grease left on the stove sparked a fire at this home on East Vine. Luckily, crews got it out quickly, and we're told this is the 3rd grease fire in Murfreesboro this week alone. Thankfully, no one was hurt. A ministry that helps hundreds of people each month is now the one needing help after a fire. The Comfort Ye ministry is located at the Heartland Baptist Church in Murfreesboro. For the last 20 years, it's provided food and medical supplies like wheelchairs and crutches to people in need. Wednesday evening, lightning just fried the electrical box, filling the entire building with smoke, and thousands of dollars worth of donated items inside were destroyed. Despite the damage, the church's pastor vows to rebuild and keep the ministry going.
We know God's in charge, so that's the great thing, that we can count on Him taking care of. Though we don't know how, we can count on Him to take care of the need.
The ministry is closed for the time being. If you'd like to make a donation to help them out, you can call the Heartland Baptist Church 615-890-3834. Nashville voters can head back to the polls starting today. Early voting begins this morning in the runoff mayoral election, and our Matthew Torres live at the Howard office building for us. So we're about an hour away from when people can start to vote. I think we've lost him. All right, we have lost him. Unfortunately, Matthew is unavailable to talk to us about it, but of course David Fox and Megan Berry squaring off in this runoff election. You can vote beginning this morning at 8 o'clock through September the 5th. Both candidates are vying to win your support, and they've kind of been on the defense the last couple of days. And we'll get more from Matthew coming up in just a few minutes. And don't forget our mayoral debate. We have teamed up with Vanderbilt and the League of Women Voters for this mayoral debate coming up. And submit your questions. You can do that at iContribute, newschannel5.com, or leave your question on our Facebook page.